This module will cover communication skills that are fundamental to strong communication. Let's start by looking at some effective communication techniques regardless of mode of communication. The 7 C's of communication are considered the basic principles of effective communication. We may already know a lot of these, but having a framework ensures that we can remember and apply them well. The 7 C's can be applied to both oral and written communication. Let's have a look at what these mean one by one, along with some examples. Always make the goal of your message crystal clear. Don't beat around the bush or wander off the intended path. Your message should be easy for the recipient to understand and its purpose should be clear. Have a look at both examples on the screen. Now if Mary receives the message on the left, she might not even know what Jacob wants. If, however, she receives the message on the right, it's very clear. Keep your message short and to the point. Why communicate your message in 10 sentences if you can do it in 5? If you delete unnecessary words and sentences, the recipient will find it easier to focus on your message and it is less likely to get lost in translation. You might have heard of the concept of an elevator pitch. This is a brief, persuasive speech used to create interest in a particular topic, whether it's an idea, product, or project. A good elevator pitch must be concise. The idea is that it shouldn't take more than 20 to 30 seconds, no longer than an elevator ride, to get your message across and engage the recipient. Now, if we compare both of Sonali's emails, you can see how the same information can be conveyed in a concise manner. This saves time, it's much easier to understand, and your message has a higher impact. Now, when your message is concrete, it has a clear focus and your audience understands exactly what you are telling them. It is direct and not vague or general. This minimizes the chances of misinterpretation. Concrete communication includes important facts and vivid details, but nothing that takes away from the focus of your message. Imagine you have to write advertising copy for a beach resort. Compare both samples. Which is more concrete and gives enough detail to tourists looking for a hotel? Ensuring your communication is correct is very important. Always make sure you are communicating accurate information. If you are sending a written message, make sure that it is free of typos. Correct grammar, punctuation, and spelling are essential to good written communication. Have a quick read of Sherry's note to Sunil. On first glance, it may seem like there is nothing wrong with the note. However, if you look carefully, there are some glaring spelling and grammar mistakes. Also, remember to check your facts. People commonly mix up days and dates, so do double check. Does your message make sense? Your points should be relevant, connected, and consistent with your main idea, whether you are speaking or writing. When your communication flows well and is logical, it's coherent. Have a look at Rohan's email to Sonali. The email is supposed to contain feedback, but he mentions it and then doesn't explain further. Instead, he just changes topic midway about the marketing meeting and then goes back to referring to the figures without actually telling Sonali what's wrong. Now let's have a look at the revised version. Isn't this much clearer? Sonali now knows exactly what's wrong and what she can work on. Your message is complete when all relevant information is included and there is a clear call to action. Does the recipient know what you want them to do? Put yourself in their shoes. Make sure that you have answered any questions they may have asked. Now have a look at both invitation examples. If Nina receives the note on the left, she will have no idea exactly when, what time, where is Marble House, and what the occasion is. If she receives the one on the right, there is a clear call to action. Last but not least, ensure that your communication is always courteous and polite. Be respectful regardless of what the message is about. Watch your tone in all communication, whether oral or written. A good way of doing this is to put yourself in the position of the recipient and think about how you would like to be spoken to. If you're Ambika and you had put a lot of effort into writing a report and then you received this note from Suhail, how would you feel? Now have a look at the second note. Would you feel any different? As we have seen, the 7 C's are simple to learn and easy to apply. Pay attention to them and you will know if you are communicating effectively and how you can improve.